Hi friends, I'm Myra with Vial Designs, and in this video I'm going to show you how I set up my first ever reading journal. I started getting into reading last year, but I decided that this year was time for me to start documenting my reading progress and all the books, and I'm so excited of how the reading journal turned out. So I'm going to be using a lot of bubble lettering and faux calligraphy inside my journal, and I took inspiration from a lot of videos here in YouTube and Pinterest. I will try to document all the resources that I have in the description, any links to any videos that I use as reference, so feel free to look in the description for that, as well as links for all the supplies that I'm going to be using in this video. Let's go ahead and dive into my reading journal setup. The first thing we're going to do is the cover page, and I'm using the Sharpie Roller 05, and as I mentioned, links to everything are in the description. I'm writing reading in bubble lettering, and then I'm going to be writing journal using faux calligraphy. I do have video tutorials for both of these different lettering styles, so I will add that in the description as well if this is something that you would like to learn for your own journal. I decided to add a super cute doodle with an open book and florals. I absolutely love how this page turned out because it combines a little bit of everything that I love. My new obsession for reading books, floral doodles, which I've always loved, as well as bubble lettering and faux calligraphy. To color, I'm using the Ohuhu color markers. I went for this lime green to color all the bubble lettering and a pink for coloring the faux calligraphy. After I was done coloring everything, I didn't really like how the pink looked because it didn't stand out in the word journal. So I went over it with a rose red, number 84 from the Ohuhu markers, and I think it complements the green really well. And so this is how the cover page looks. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And as you can see, the coloring was bleeding through the next page. So what I did is I took a page from the journal and I cut it to fit the back of my cover page. And now I'm doing the goals page. Now, this is something that you're going to have to keep in mind. I didn't want to invest in a notebook for my reading journal because I didn't know how invested I was going to be in it. So you got to keep in mind the thickness of the journal that you're buying when you're going to color. So if the paper is not super thick, make sure to use color pencils, and if you want to use your color markers, you're gonna have to make sure that the quality of the paper is better. The journal that I'm using is one that is inexpensive. I got it from Michael's, but my go-to notebooks are from Archer and Olive, which usually have 160 GSM. So be sure to learn from my mistakes and use color pencils if you have thin pages, or keep doing what I'm going to keep doing through the whole setup, which is cutting pages from the back of my notebook and then gluing them to create thicker pages so you don't see the bleed through, because I really want to keep coloring with these color markers. After the goals page, I decided to add a book goal tracker. Last year, I read a total of 24 books, and this year I wanted to challenge myself and read double. I said, why not read one book a week? So my goal for this year is 52 books. For that, I did 52 little squares in here, and I'm adding a color key at the bottom to color in every time I read a new book, and I want to stay within a color palette. So what I'm going to do is each month I'm going to color the books that I read following the color key. And just a quick tip, make sure you write either the color name or the marker number so you remember, because you always think that you're gonna remember, but you won't. So I think having a color key with either the name of the color that you're using or the number is super helpful, and it's gonna save you time. For the next section that I'm going to include in my reading journal is the A to C challenge. And I didn't realize my phone wasn't recording until I was like halfway through, but I will show you the completed page at the end. I'm also doing a book bingo, and I thought this was really fun to kind of like keep my reading interactive, and we'll see at the end of the year if I'm able to fill out this book bingo. As always, to keep everything consistent, I am coloring all the bubble lettering with the same lime green and all the faux calligraphy with the rose red. The next thing that I wanted to add to my reading journal is book series. Now, this is a little bit different because since I already started a couple of different book series, I wanted to keep track of them in here. And I'm going to be printing little pictures, and that's why I decided to doodle these books in here. Once I'm done with the series, I will be adding the little book covers in here. Now, for this, I decided to do something that is called like a Dutch door, where I cut the pages and you can see the title at the top. I'm gonna show you what I mean in a little bit. I think this is helpful. It saves you time. It looks super cool, and you don't have to do the title on every single page. So these are the series that I have read or I'm currently reading so far: the Crescent City series, Alcatraz, the Empyrean series, and Throne of Glass. At the time that I'm editing this video, I already finished Throne of Glass, and it's my absolute favorite. At first, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna read 8 books, and now that I'm done, I wish there were more because I can't get enough of this series. If you have a book series that you think that I must read, be sure to leave it in the comments. And I'm also obsessed with Kristen Hanna. I read so far Winter Garden and The Nightingale, and oh my gosh, I love these books. I feel like everybody should read them. If there is a book that is 6 stars for you, comment and let me know. The next section in my reading journal is the bookshelf. I am so excited with this bookshelf. I love how it turned out. And so basically in here, these are the shelves where I'm going to be coloring each book that I read. I don't know exactly how I'm going to color them. First, when I was setting up the journal, I was thinking about doing it by genre, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that. But let me know if you have a bookshelf in your reading journal. When you color it, do you color it by genre? Or I've also seen people coloring by the star rating that they give the books, or either by kind of like following the actual cover page of the book. I don't know why this is stressing me out. I don't know which one to pick. I kind of wanted to keep like the same color scheme that I'm keeping throughout the pages, so I'm still undecided on that. If you want to follow a video of how I'm filling out my reading journal, be sure to leave it in the comments and I will create a video on that. Even though my YouTube channel is mainly for like calligraphy, lettering, and doodling, I feel like calligraphy and lettering is something that you can apply to pretty much everything that you do. So that's why I'm doing this video on my reading journal. If you want to see more reading journal updates, let me know. And definitely, if you have liked this video so far, please give it a like, because that helps me and it helps YouTube to show my videos to more people just like you. And it's also a free way to support my channel. Liking, commenting, and even sharing with your friends is super helpful so that I can continue creating free content like this. Alright, so for the shells, I'm using this light brown. I don't have any plants, but if I ever have plants, this will be one that I would love to keep in a bookshelf. Now, moving on to the next section in my reading journal is my book tracker. I want to write down every book that I read with the author and the dates that I start and that I finish. Setting up this reading journal, it took me a couple of days. It wasn't like one sitting and I completed everything. And I think that's why I didn't film the TBR page because I was trying to get inspiration and from Pinterest and other YouTubers to see what I would like to include in my own reading journal. I actually did the setup in January, but I'm just now getting the time to edit and put everything together for you. So that's why you only see in January in here. And now let's go through the much awaited flip through. All right, so we have the cover page, the goals page, the book goal tracker page. Here is the A through C reading challenge, the book bingo, the book series, and here is where I'm flipping through the series that I have already started or that I want to start. And then we have the bookshelf. I love how this page turned out. I'm so excited about it. And we also have the books read. I did 2 pages and also the TBR recommendation and the January reading calendar, and then the book reviews where I'm going to add all the information, quotes, and everything about the books. I hope you liked this video and you were able to find some inspiration for your own reading journal. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into bubble lettering, be sure to check out this video right here because in it I teach you step by step how to do bubble lettering so you too can create awesome bubble lettering in your journal. I'll see you there.